Hi, my name is Lily and this is my love story. Lily Henry is coming from London, clean his room. Hearing this, a heart-wrenching smile appeared on my face. I put my book aside and immediately got up and came out of the room. I said, Henry is really coming. My mom said, yes, he is coming. Now hurry up and get the guest room cleaned. And after cleaning, come to the kitchen. Today you have to make everything with your own hands. I understood my mother's hint immediately. That's why my smile also deepened. Henry was my aunt's son and was returning from London after 3 years. Whenever my aunt came to our house, I used to stay behind her. Obviously, one reason is my aunt, the other is her aunt's son, the third is the London visa. Oh, how long have I been dreaming of London? Because before leaving, I had seen a liking for myself in Henry's eyes. I thought that today I would cook all Italian dishes for dinner so that he would think that I don't only know how to cook Belgian food. Then Henry will be more affected by these things. My aunt used to live in Belgium. But for the last 6 months she too had gone to London. That is why when Henry returned, only he was coming alone. My aunt was in London with her elder son whose name was Joe. Well, Joe was already married and was in London with his wife and children, and Henry's marriage was yet to take place, on which I was sitting with my heart full of hope. Then I was beautiful and educated. I just didn't know how to cook very tasty food. Anyway, my mother had still given me the call. But I knew that she would cook almost all the food and would only ask me to do small tasks. But I was thinking that I should look for an Italian dish on the internet and cook it especially for him. But as soon as I turned on my mobile, I got very angry. Frown appeared on my forehead. This bastard James had shown his ugliness again. He had turned off his internet device. I immediately went downstairs. We had a 2-portion house and my father had a sister. So the downstairs portion of the house was in her use and we lived upstairs. I didn't get along that much with James, but my mother and Aunt Rose had such a relationship that they were useful to each other in times of need. I also used to make a little fun to get my work done. Our house was built in the old style. But my mother had improved the upstairs portion a lot. Because these days she was worried about my marriage and she wanted my relationship with Henry. I also wanted the same. Anyway, I went downstairs and Aunt Rose was busy working in the kitchen. I went into the kitchen and said, Aunt, where is James? She said, where should he be? He's in his room. He must have just come from the university. I immediately went to his room and opened the door angrily. He was lying on the bed with great pleasure. When he saw me, he said, there is no such thing as discrimination in you. Why do you come to my room? Come and knock on the door. Manners are also the name of a bird. I said, James, turn on the net. Why have you turned off the device? He said, because my father pays for it, you don't. I said, okay, that's it. He said, that's exactly it. He said, if you have to use the net from here, then put a $50 note in my hand and I will put the password on your mobile. I had no idea this bastard changed the password. I said, okay, let it be, keep your net with you. Saying this, I came upstairs. I knew he would go to take a bath after a while, so I went to the roof and closed the valve below. After a while, I heard the sounds of Mom shouting. I started laughing. Aunt Rose asked, what happened, James? Why are you shouting? He said, tell Lily to turn on the valve, soap is in my eyes. His screams could be heard upstairs. I was standing upstairs. When Aunt Rose saw me, she said, dear Lily, is there no water coming? I was eating an apple at that time. I said, yes, Aunt, the water is not coming, maybe it has stopped from behind. She said, I had just washed the dishes. Everything was fine. Anyways, do you have any stored water? James went to take a shower and the water is not coming.